Alright, it's like, did Elzor return? Is Elzor here? Are you not here? What's happening? There, you're here. Alright. I mean, this is the crew for today, because we don't, it seems like a lot of us are out of it. So, where to begin? Where to begin? Start with updates. Kenny still got those suit. He still needs someone to make a suit of armor. What did he ever find anybody to make that with?
No, I told him to go find someone. He never actually went and did it. So
I mean, we went down underground and we did fight those blood bugs.
yeah, and his thing
Okay,
exploded.
so
So
yeah, and we lost an M60 and a set of armor because when one of the rifles exploded. So that's gone. So I don't need to tell you that again. That's been up there for a while. Uh, it's become common knowledge that if we try and collapse the cave network, the whole thing is gonna take out most of the landmass except for what's connected to the bridge. That bridge is anchoring a small portion of the island, but still the rest of it will sink if we decide to blow it up. Okay, so Jangan, did you share the whole JEV thing about Stranger being a JEV subject?
no,
Okay,
not
well, so
really.
that's personal knowledge. You don't you didn't share that at all. Okay,
Of course I didn't. I was
so
told not to.
we were told not to share it. Very true. Well,
hmm
did you break that order, or did you not?
Well, the guy clearly knew what he was doing. So I mean, I'm gonna listen.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
All right. So other thing, Lars basically filled us in with the research he's got from the terminal, and that's underneath Spectacle Island is a research facility that they use to examine the Mirelurk population, and they were trying to make some sort of anti-Mirelurk poison, basically like a rat poison for Mirelurks. But what they were making it out of was Deathclaw venom. So
That's insane.
they had a captive Deathclaw down there producing a toxin. Obviously, the Deathclaw got pissed and killed everyone. Or at least that's what we're assuming. We don't know what actually happened down there. Of course, we can ask Hunter when she's not in a mentally unstable state. She was one of the researchers. Let's see, how long is she going to be under? I'd say about 6 days until she gets her somewhat back to normal. Okay, so the traders, they'll eventually come around. Let's see, is there going to be any other attacks? No. Okay, so that's good. So what are you guys going to do for 6 days?
What happens in 6 days?
Apparently traders start coming back. We're just on a this is Warwick. He's giving us the assurance that he's been in contact with the outside world because he still has a ham radio, and he's been trying to convince traders to come around. Well, eventually we got a response, and now there's going to be traders coming around. So we're just in a holding pattern.
What's in this area?
What do you mean? What's in this area?
Like around the area, I guess. Are there other settlements near us, or
Any other settlements near us? Good question. I mean, there's a lot of landmarks. Let's see. So there's a naval. There is a boatyard a bit to our southeast that's got an infestation in it. Car park right across the river. There's sort of a settlement a little bit to our west. That's the closest one. Not sure what the name was. Well, I have to
you
create a new
said there
map.
was? You said there was a car park?
Yeah, there's a car park to the west.
Only
It's
had
right
one.
across the water.
If we could get to that, we might be able to find some fuel for the tank.
Yeah, that actually does sound like a good idea. So you guys are gonna go on an adventure to the west. Now that will take you by a factory, and that factory is known for having raiders. Raiders or gunners, you're not really sure which. All you know is that something's gonna be shooting at you. So you have
So
the
if we want to
option of
go,
either you can go snuff out the whatever's in the factory, or you could just go right past them.
what do you guys think?
I don't know. There's only two of you, so you guys needed some sort of opinion.
Can
I'd
always
go
do
for grabbing the
both.
bike, but getting
Yeah, you could
faster
always
than
do both.
We could go give it a scout and then decide once we're there.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say
Elzo, speaking of which, did you decide in the 2 hour span? Did you decide to go visit Dr. Penny? Get
Yeah,
healed.
that's
Okay,
that's
so the
definitely
amount of healing she gave out was like 50, so you should be back at max health right about now.
sweet.
So, in general, I mean, these guys, like the volunteers are going to take some time because obviously they've already experienced loss. I mean, like the militia lost two of their own, and then we had which we dragged whatever pieces are left. There's like three new graves right outside.
We should start putting the graves not outside the building.
Where are we going to put them otherwise?
Like over there.
Where's over? We can have them dig up more holes somewhere else.
I mean, just in future, we don't need to have a graveyard right outside the building.
Well, too late now. I mean, that's where Bob was put, and then I guess we just kind of followed suit. That nobody's really in the mood to dig up the graves and move the bodies.
Yeah, that'd be a little rough.
Is that going to be your side
Well, I
project?
mean,
Digging up the graves?
there's some upside to that. Are you guys going to negotiate for the equipment off of those dead guys, or are you going to let it pass on to the militia?
I'll probably take another belt of the M60 ammo. I'm almost out of that.
Of what ammo?
The M60 ammo.
The two dead guys. They didn't have M60s. These were militia.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the other dead guys.
No, not the other dead guys.
There's so many dead guys.
I mean, we didn't bury the other ones, so their bodies are just kind of hanging out. Just in a pile in a dumpster. We don't know what to do with the other ones. I mean, we've already stripped that, Kenny already went around and took, 3 suits of armor. All the M60s have been taken, the ones that were active, and then you looted one. You took the weapon of the commander, which was the Ripper, and did you take his pistol?
I didn't.
Okay,
At
so
least someone did.
yeah, so in our inventory we should have a laser pistol.
We could burn the bodies, I guess.
We were thinking about it, but it's it's a bunch of bodies in a dumpster. I mean, we have to push the dumpster. Again, no one's really volunteering for this.
I mean, we just pushed the tank. I think everyone's a little
Okay.
tired
So
after
what,
that.
do you want to just push the dumpster? I mean, it's later now, so do you want to push the dumpster full of bodies to a place where you could burn them?
Have a dumpster fire of bodies. That's fun.
Are you gonna do that though?
Nah, that sounds like work. Let's go on an adventure
Okay.
instead.
Adventure instead. Okay, let me give you the new maximum. Make sure your maximums are correct. Let me save your assets as well. Just making sure your health amounts. Remember, you constantly level up, so you're constantly getting stronger all the time. Even mid-battle. You're friggin' mutants. Well, I mean, half of you are mutants. The other half is, eccentric. I think more than half of you were mutants. Yeah, 3 out of 5. Yeah, 60% of you are mutants.
Like half mutants-ish.
Yeah, you're what they call J mutants. Of course, you don't know the technical term. It's just you haven't really shared any of this information.
Of course not.
All right. So what else? So you're not going to stick around war. So Warwick's going to have to handle the negotiations on his own. That's pretty much what you're saying, because you're thinking, wait, there's an auto park over there. We could go get some fuel for the tank. Of course, does that solve the secondary issue, which is he's low on shells and bullets. So yeah, it could get mobile again, but its main armament won't be able to. Like he's maybe got 4 more tank shells and maybe 2 more belts of machine gun ammo.
We can take back stuff and then make ammo.
Hmm.
Say what? Yeah. Do you actually have somebody who can make bullets? You gotta think of these things. It's like the only person
Maybe
I
do a
know of,
person.
like Noah, is pretty much the general scientist. I mean, he could give it he can give anything a shot,
Roll with
whether
his
it
luck,
works or
see what
not.
happens.
Say what? Yeah, whether it works or not, that's a different story.
I'm pretty good with weapons. I got 100 repair.
Okay. Yeah, but do you have the means to like? How do you know how to fabricate your own bullets? It's the difference.
Maybe jerry rig something that works, but I don't know. Tank shells are kind of.
Yeah, tank shells are tank shells. I mean, the amount of stuff you need for one is different. It's
It's
really
tricky
it
to look
goes by the
into.
value system. If you have something of similar value that is equivalent to it, meaning like if you have enough explosive to equal the value of a tank shell, you could jury rig a tank shell. But how much does a tank shell actually cost? I don't know. Let's see what the ammunition says. So under ordnance, the stand actually it's not under ordnance. It's under maybe it is.
Can't find it in gun ammo. It's probably under
Yeah,
ordnance.
ordnance and explosives. Let's see.
There's
Nah,
40
that's got
millimeter guns.
mortars, grenades, and rockets. I don't think the tank ammo. I think it's under vehicles. Probably under heavy vehicles. It's written in there somewhere. Well, the problem is it
This one
does
says
like the tank cannon does direct damage. I mean, you need the equivalent of what? Well, I guess we have to do it by damage, which is you need something. If to refill the cannon, you need something that does the equivalent of 8d10 plus 40, which is pretty much
so
80 damage. You need something that can do equivalent to 80 damage. That's the medium. So that's a lot of explosive.
it's like a 60 millimeter shell, somewhere in there.
From where? Oh, you mean like a mortar shell? Yeah, you could probably repurpose a mortar shell. You got like 2 of those
Wait,
things, and you 60 millimeter mortar shells, and you probably make a rudimentary tank cannon shell. It's
I
doable.
guess we'll keep a lookout for mortar
So,
shells then.
if anything, just keep a lookout for a lot of explosives. Just probably pack a bunch of grenades worth of explosives into a canister and just fire that. Just gonna have to get creative with that stuff. Okay, so who was it? Was there people still down below, underground, or did you all surface?
I think all of us surfaced.
Okay, so you're all on the surface. Okay, so we're here. Let's go to spectacle for a second. Okay, so what was the purple? Oh, that was the
Yeah.
explosion from the energy cell. A bunch of dead blood bugs. Probably lure more blood bugs because of all the corpses. There's a death claw down there. You shot him in the chest with you shot her in the chest with a railgun. Kenny needed healing, so let's see. Is he smart enough to go to Penny? Of course he is. So Kenny would have. What does Kenny who's got Kenny today, and how much health does he have now?
He has. Hold on a second. Let me.
I think you both can now access him. Okay,
It
so
says his max is 76.
okay, so let me increase his health. So yeah, he probably visited Penny and got patched up fully. Let me go save his asset. So so you all crossed the bridge. I don't know, what would Noah do in this situation? Wasn't he like, he's in it, like, would he have crossed the bridge with everybody else?
Um, I think we'd be looking up under, if anything.
So he'd probably stay behind, because, Hunter's not going to be in a decent enough mental state for a couple days. So then he got Lion, obviously Lars would have gone and he stopped using the name Bigwig, he's actually starting to use his first name now. So he wants to be referred to as Lars, trying to reclaim his name.
It's less silly.
He's
Less
not
to take it
not
seriously.
he's no longer a leader, so in fact, let me get rid of that part of his title. It's like he's no longer a leader, so he doesn't have to really worry. He's just another line warrior with a rifle. Speaking of which, his rifle is running really low on charge. I mean, he's got maybe like 4 shots, and then after that, he's out. And his rifle is good as useless. Energy cells are running extremely low. Okay, so Lars went across. He got full health. Noah's gonna stay here. Harley, you probably crossed the bridge, right? No.
Yeah,
Okay, so did you change your health?
the one on the map right now is not correct.
Yeah, obviously. That's a no. So what is your health now?
Correct right now.
Okay. So 55 is correct.
No,
Okay, so
I changed it.
well,
On my
it
end,
changed back.
On my end, it changed. God damn it.
Okay. Try again.
It should be.
Okay,
correct
now
right
it's 60.
Yeah.
So Noah's gonna stay behind, at least for now, because Hunter's not in a good way. We'll go back to Warwick Homestead. So the party's gathering up in Warwick Homestead, which is pretty much a ruin. Warwick's pretty sure his kids are going to be scarred for life from what they saw, the amount of death and killing and all that. He really didn't want to expose his kids to that, but, obviously since he's an ex-gunner and they were going to come after him, it was inevitable. They were going to come out. It was going to happen. So now he's got to deal, he's kind of disappointed with himself that he should have saw that coming. But now his children have to live with the fact that, you have to experience what it's like. You have to experience what life in the wasteland's like. There's a lot of death and murder and destruction. Houses are going to get destroyed and people are going to be slain. So, what is it? It's like this crazy, because Lars and Kenny had to go see Penny because they were pretty badly wounded. So, it's like a party over there. All these people getting medical treatment. Now, Kenny has a nasty scar on his face. Remember, he almost died because he had that thing stabbed right through his head into his brain. That was fun.
Yeah, that's right. Almost second player death. That's right.
Yeah, he almost died instantly. It's yeah, this game has been pretty cruel. Okay, so Harley, you're in charge, and I take it, Stokes, you're the one that kind of says, "Hey, there's an auto park over there. Maybe we could go get some fuel." Who was the one? Was that Lynn?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, so Lynn was the one who said, "Hey, there's an auto park in this area," and you just point on the map. And it's like, maybe we could get some fuel for the tank. or at least find some cells or some salvage or something.
Hmm. I probably see the factory as well, right?
Yeah, and it's like obviously we're gonna pass right by the factory, which is either occupied by raiders or gunners. You take your pick. So
At this point, I'm just asking the group, like, do we want to maybe get more loot, but be in more danger and take out the factory as well, or just go to the outer park?
Not for either.
Personally, I'd like to go grab my bike, but you know what? I'm cool with some detours. Since this is clearly all the group is, it's a bunch of detours.
a bunch of detours. Just it's like welcome back to the group. Hold on, let me check on something. I'm just making sure. I have to double check the recording to make sure it's actually staying on the right page, because I had some major issues recalibrating it last time. But it's working fine now. Thankfully.
Yay for avoiding issues.
Yep. Okay, so let me first. I have to get names now. Okay, yada yada yada. What if they have a more accurate world map? There's Fallout 3, New Vegas, yada da. The world map for that does not have names. Damn it. You think somebody would have came up with a map with names now? Huh. Whoa, what the hell is this? Somebody actually came up with an interactive map for this shit. I'm on it right. I'm saving this. I am saving. I'm bookmarking that because this will come in handy in the future. All right, so I can tell you exactly where everything is, and actually, I can't give you the link until I have to stop the recording and then start it again. But I'll give you the link later. Or better yet, I have an idea. Because we can kind of cheat. Because we have something called Discord, and I could send you this. So yeah, that's I think that's exactly the map that we're on. So this is a digital map. This will actually tell you the locations. That, like you can see where we are, Spectacle Island. South of us is there's a shipwreck actually south of our position. That's been kind of swept. I mean, there's the occasional Mirelurk problem, but beyond that, there's not really much there. There used to be a den of raiders there, but it's been mostly smoked out. Okay, so there's Poseidon Energy is to our south. That's the factory we have to pass by. We actually have to go on the outskirts of town. I think this town was supposed to be occupied by like. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, it's a gunner town. So, high chance Poseidon Energy is manned by gunners. And that whole area is manned by gunners. I mean, it would make the most sense. They have a base of operations right down the road. So now the question is, what do you want to do?
We could go around it instead. Looks like there's a shorter path if we go north a little bit.
Well, according to our little GPS map, you can literally just walk there.
Yeah.
We can always check out the ship first, and then go.
Now the question is, I don't think this includes water. I think that's actually what the ocean floor looks like. I don't think that actually includes the water.
It doesn't.
Because I know this whole area is surrounded by water. Like, I mean, we could take a small boat, but then how do you get the loot back?
On the boat?
Yeah. So, I mean, you wouldn't be able to. You could give it a shot. Because
Kind of
big,
close
it's
to the
like
nest.
you're gonna have to hammer this nest sooner or later. That's the problem. Because if you look at it, this gunner nest is blocking the biggest amount of trade you could have. Because so long as that nest is there, there's not gonna be the ability to trade freely. Because they're right there.
It'd be good if we had a working tank when we wanted to take it out.
Okay, so yeah, it would be. So, I mean, let's see. His name was Tanker Jeff. I mean, Tankman Jeff. He'd say, yeah, we could probably get the tank in position, but it probably wouldn't move and past that point. Plus, he's got limited ammo. So, like number one, he wouldn't be able to move once he got there because he wouldn't have enough gas. And number two, once he runs out of ammo, that's it. Like, there's nothing else you can do.
Well, what we could do is go to the wow, I'm losing the words. The cars. We go to the car park first, get the
Yeah.
cells, and then do it.
Okay, so you're saying go by boat to the cars park, try and get some cells for the tank, and then drive the tank to the destination.
Sure.
Okay, so
Try to jerry rig some ammo too, I guess.
say what?
And try to jerry rig some ammo out of whatever fuel cells we get.
What for the tank?
Yeah.
So in terms of, I mean, you guys can literally see them from where you're standing. They're not that far away. So in terms of long-range scouting, I mean, you know, Poseidon Energy's definitely got a gunner garrison there. The town has been barricaded from all angles. Like, think of Peabody House as just another outpost outside. Like, think of all the things ringing around it as military camps. So from Quincy Quarries to the west of it, all the way to Poseidon Energy, that's gunner territory. There's a few dozen men you have to clear out. So, did you guys get an estimate? No. And so, I mean, there could be anything from 20 to 30 soldiers in that area. And you're not even sure of those numbers or how heavily equipped they are. But it's pretty sure that, you know, that's gunner territory. That they're definitely right there. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. You said take a boat, go west. Right? That's what you're thinking.
That's what I'm suggesting.
Well, Stare, what do you think? You're kind of the lead. I
Sure.
mean, seems like a plan.
Yeah.
All right, who's going to do the endurance challenge for the boat? And how many people? Remember, this boat can it?
Probably Kenny, if Kenny is coming.
I mean, yeah, obviously Kenny's going to be doing all the rowing. But I'm saying, I think 4 people was as many as you could fit in this boat. Oh, let's find out. I don't know. I mean, you could risk it, put more
Well, I mean,
people in
only
it.
4 of us.
You'd only have like
4 of us
one
would
more
have-
person.
Which would probably be Lars.
Yeah, you'd be low. I mean, he could stay behind. I mean, he doesn't really have the ammo for another engagement, so he could just stay behind. You 4
Yeah,
can
that's the
go.
thing, like, I think it's better if he stays, because then we'll definitely have some defense.
All right. I mean, besides the remaining gun turret and the militiamen who kind of know how to use a gun, but are. Yeah, true. I mean, having an active soldier, somebody who's still able to fight, would be nice. Alright, so it seems like your plan is set. Let's see, let me gather up your party. So here's the party. You're all gonna jump in a dinghy, and you're gonna cross. So have your Kenny roll endurance. Yeah, so what? No, wait, Stokes. Are you gonna basically take his place, and you're gonna do all the rowing?
No, no, I did roll Kenny.
Okay, but you rolled yourself.
It's
Oh wait, yeah, it is. That's confusing. All
dumb.
right, so I mean the water is. Let's actually test the water. It is getting a little stormy around this region. You're pretty sure a rad storm or something is gonna hit, so you gotta make this fast. So you're going to move to the car park. And I thought I was prepared today. How foolish how foolish that is. So, I wonder if they have one big enough for this map. Great. I don't think they actually have one. This makes my life more difficult. Hmm. I'll have to do it because I know a method of to making this easier, but I'll have to do that later. Since I have this map, I can do print screens, but problem is I don't have the time for that. Like, scrapyard, scrapyard, scrapyard. I should have thought of this before. Had some floor plans ready, but I did not think that far ahead. I blame the coffee. I would say use your imagination, but well, that would kind of suck. So,
What's imagination?
that thing that comes out of your head.
Oh, I thought that was blood. Never mind.
Okay, not the blood. It's like the ideas that come out of your head.
Ideas come out of your head?
Supposedly, are they not supposed to?
I mean, I thought they were made in your brain. I thought you were just supposed to stay there.
Ideas are in your brain. Well, I mean, yeah, they do just kind of stay there.
What do ideas astrally project for you?
No.
I mean, sometimes they do, in the form of a little light bulb.
Ding.
Touche, monsieur. Touche.
Alright, maybe this will work, maybe this won't work. Just trying to burn through this as fast as possible. I think that might be a little too large. It's like, oh, well, time is of the essence.
Yes, indeed. Time is money, and we are not terribly rich.
Okay,
Speak for yourself. I've got like 2 caps.
2 caps. Okay, so roughly you guys hit the shore. You know, this is a very rough map, if you've noticed.
It works.
Super rough map. Okay, you hit the shore, scrapyard up ahead. What do you mean, what?
That was on the ideas.
Okay, what? What was on the ideas?
Did
It was
they
about the
come out of your
conversation
head?
about.
Yeah, I missed something. What did I miss?
You missed the conversation about ideas coming out of your head.
Yeah, I heard that one, but what is the what? Like, what? Never
It
mind,
was
whatever.
on that conversation.
That's a
Anyway,
reaction.
moving on. Yeah, there's your little dinghy, and you guys get off the dinghy, hopefully. So, who's on point? Who's in front? Who wants to be in front? I mean, well, you have somebody in front. Lynn, roll perception, and so does Kenny.
Kenny.
Yes.
At least he doesn't have a one like no.
So, Lynn, you're not.
That is
What are you
Kenny.
doing to where you're not paying attention?
I'm just admiring the boat, I guess.
Okay. So Kenny picks up. Let's see. Kenny picks up the signs that fellow brothers are in the area. Definitely because of the meat bags hanging from things. Clear sign that there's something there that you don't want to tango with, but you're probably going to anyway.
Welcome to Fallout.
Yeah. So Kenny's like he quickly like taps Lynn and points at the blood bags hanging from the things.
Oh, it looks unsanitary.
Let's see. I mean, Kenny would know what that is. He'd know it's super mutants. What about Lynn? Lynn, roll your intelligence. Do you understand what a super mutant is? Have you seen a super mutant before? So you've seen super mutants before. What about you? What about the rest of you? You other two. I mean, you've seen Kenny, obviously, a super mutant, but have you seen the signs of like a group of super mutants? So Harley, this is probably like you can't get used to this very often. So of course, Stokes, you've seen a lot of shit. So Harley is the only one who has not seen this level of savagery from a super mutant group. Let's see, visual sight range. Now you have a problem. Because you're there, and then you see a group of 3 kind of like they round the bend, and the one on the right he shouts out, "They're humans!" And you see all 3 of them like point, and they start moving in your direction.
I look around and shout, "Humans? Where? Where are the humans? Show them."
Okay, so you better hit your sequence buttons. Now is the time. So, roll an agility. Let's see, who go... Well, hold on, let's hit the sending. So, each of you roll an agility, because they kind of have the drop on you. You're just kind of on a bow. Okay, so Lynn, you get to go before... You both get to go before them. So, I don't even think I needed to call for that, because it seems like... What about Kenny? Who's the... Is he slow to respond? Yeah, Kenny's the slowest to respond. So, each of you is already... You're combat-hardened veterans. You're already responding by the time they start shouting, "Look, humans."
Where is that even?
So, Lynn is... So, Stokes, you get the first shot. They're like 28 meters. They're pretty far.
Mm-hmm. Okay, probably move 2 to over here and take a shot at him. Take a crack at him.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, speaking of... That's something I never asked. Sorry, I didn't ask was... Do you guys want me to make attack macros for your stuff so you don't have to roll from the page? So you just click yourself and then click a button?
Did that for most of us.
Yeah, most of you, but I mean, do you still want me to keep doing that? The one who's not, I can't do that for is Niltor, because apparently he doesn't want me to do that. He wants to do his own macros. So the rest of you, you're okay with that. You're okay with me making attack macros.
I think I've made my own already.
Okay, so you are second. You don't want me to do it because you make your own as well.
If you make something better, then that's...
I
No.
always, I'll double check it, but that's about it. I think we've evolved the code as far as it'll go. Like the one that's in there is as far as it's going to go. In fact, it's your code. You're the one that evolved it as far as it did. Anyway, back to him blasting a dude in the face. What type of damage does that do? Oh, railgun. Is that just normal?
I believe it's just normal, yeah.
Okay, so here's the kicker. And you're about to see what that kicker is. Wait, hold on, let me double check that. Okay, that's correct. So he takes it to the shoulder, and a good chunk of his shoulder comes off, but that seems to just piss him off.
What kind of weapons are they carrying?
From the how far? Do a perception. How far are you? You're far enough. You'd have to do a perception because that's quite a distance. It's like a good 30 meters. So you just have an eye for weapons, don't you?
Yes.
So you know that they're just armed with basic hunting rifles. They're not armed with anything spectacular. Like, that's the currently thing they're holding, but you can see that they have sledgehammers or some sort of hammers on their backs.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's your turn, I mean. That's you, Lynn. And also, you know, you saw him get blasted with a railgun and Steve can keep coming, so not good.
Yeah. What's the armor class?
The armor class is... what? 17. 17. So you hit every shot for how much damage? 230? Let's see, I don't know if you can resist that much damage. I actually realized I have to do the 4 times 10 because it's 4, it's an additive number. So it's 230 and then 40 is the threshold because it's 4 each. And then the resistance is 55. So that is kill damage for the first one. I think that kills them all. 65? No, one of them's still going to be standing. So in a burst of 10 bullets, you hit 1, you hit 2, and the third one gets hit for, I think, let's see, 20, 53. I need to get my calculator out. So that one is wounded unto death. He's like down to 1 health. So Harley, you're up.
I'm just gonna run there.
Okay, so and then Kenny's up.
Guess you'll also run.
Okay, how far? He can run up to 7. So these are all in meters. So
Guess we'll charge it.
7 is like there. Okay, so you see, instead of kind of crumpling into a heap, he kind of laughs, and then you see him pull something out, and he clicks it, and then even from your distance you hear this sound. So, and you see a flashing nuke in his hand as he's running towards you.
Shit.
So, and he's got a vicious grin on his face, just trying to get in range. So, Stokes, you're up again.
All right. Well, gonna try and take him out.
See, the problem is also the gunfire has attracted other mutants. Like you definitely hear a great roar from the camp, and you hear the stamping of a lot of feet.
Well, we can worry about them in a minute. Right now, there's a kamikaze guy with a nuke in his hand.
Yeah, so yeah, that's always fun. So you hit him dead center. Let's see what his agility looks like. So you hit him dead center, and he just drops the nuke right at his feet because he dies where he stands. Now this thing is still beeping right there on the ground.
How big is this thing?
What, the mini nuke?
Yeah.
What do you mean by this thing? You mean like the explosion radius?
Yeah.
You don't know yet till it hits.
Could I make an educated guess? Some kind of a roll.
Well, use your intelligence to see if you can guess how big of a boom this is gonna be. It's a mini nuke, so no, you can't guess how big this explosion is going to be.
In that case,
All you know is that it's a nuclear device, so it's gonna be a pretty big bang. It's not gonna be that big. That's too big.
I'm just
Yeah, just in case. Okay, so Harley and Kenny. I mean, Harley, what do you do? I mean, there's a nuke just that dropped right at his feet. So yeah, everybody's like, up, just back up. What about Kenny?
That would be intelligence.
Yep, that would be intelligence. Would he be smart enough to back away from the nuclear device, or would he still run towards it? Yeah, he's smart enough to. He would know the blast radius, so he would actually just stand right where he is, knowing that it'd probably not hit him anyway. So he'd stand right where he is, and then the nuke goes off, and it's an 11 by 11 radius. So not like that. It's a full box. So outwards, I think that's like 5. Not like that. It's too big. 11 by 11 centered around the target. So it'd be about 5. So it'd be a box like this. And that would be. Hold on. Did I mark that right? Nope. It's too short on the. Oops. It's too short on the top end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from that corner, I think to this corner. A little bit bigger that way. Damn it. Still not big enough. Stupid square. Why you gotta be like this? So like that. There's a 5, and there's a 5. Let's see. So this sound effect. So plus mushroom cloud plus concussion. Now doesn't matter what range you're at. You still like you'll take one concussion damage, which is pretty much nothing to you. Now here's the problem. I mean that vaporizes all their gear because obviously a nuclear explosion. So if you didn't attract enough super mutants, you really attracted more super mutants. Let's see. So you have, and there's the second issue, and that's anybody within this area probably saw that explosion. So maybe not just the mutants saw that, maybe the gunners saw it too. So you have another group of 4 heading this way. And right behind it, like you could see through the explosion and the rising mushroom cloud that there's another 8. Just they're charging right at the explosion. They don't really care. It already went up. Okay, so let's go back to sequence, and let's start again from Stokes. Wait, who? Yeah, that's everybody. So from Stokes.
Well, shit. Um, guess this point I just going around yelling, "Whose idea was this?"
And the Supermoons are like, ah, ha, 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 good fight.
All right. Well, at this point, I'm just gonna get a little bit forward so I can get a better shot next round.
All right. So you fire. Who are you firing at?
Firing at the guys down here.
Let's see. So I have to pop in the damage. Actually, I memorized the. So your shots are not doing a lot of damage to them. I mean, the toughness of their skin plus the bunch of scrap and crap that they're wearing on their bodies seems to be resisting even railgun shots.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, which is bullshit. It's like, are you sure are there effects that I'm not seeing here on your railgun?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
double check
looking.
that because I think we're missing something. It's like
Yeah,
there's got to
because
be something
It has like
that
an
was.
armor pen.
Yeah, it has an armor pen.
oh yeah,
Last I
there
checked.
is some armor penetration. Hold on a sec. Need to find that though.
Yeah, it's like that can't be straight damage. It's supposed to be the best rifle in the game. There's something missing in that equation.
It's that ammo, right?
Yeah, yeah. So there should be minus 20 AC, which basically renders their armor useless, and then minus 20 DR, which makes it even more useless. So that's 35, not 55. So he takes 20 damage. So he takes a little bit more damage, but he's still standing.
Okay, just slightly less bullshit.
I mean, they're super mutants. You know super mutants. They have natural damage resistance. They're pretty tough. Hence the name. It's like, Harley, do you want to get close to that considering that the last one had a nuke?
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Yeah, so you're gonna let them get closer, I take it.
Well, the one thing I is basically see what the are armed with.
Okay. I mean, you still see that they are. Well, it's not the. It's you see what they're armed with, and what was the second one? The second one is new. Like you know what they're. You know what they're like in general. What their roles. Well, roll in intelligence. You're supposed to be able to decipher what roles they're weak against. So super mutants. I mean, in general, they're not that bright, and they're not that fast. Along with they have poor eyesight. It's really they're attracted to sounds more than anything. But it's like once they're in a frenzy, it's kind of hard to trick them.
That's complete. The one has a +5 to armor and no, armor +5 and agility extra.
All right.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Everyone is in a 10 block radius of me. My character gets a +5 on their armor.
Okay. Short version is he. I think he has the leader. He is. It's not team player. It's the other one. I forgot what it was actually called.
The leader perk.
Oh, it's called leader perk. Really?
Yeah.
It's that simple? I guess it is. So +1 agility, +5 on AC is what you guys get. Just for being in in her presence.
As long as you're not on your racial max with the agility.
Yeah. So.
Aww.
Yep. So
Yeah,
can't go past racial max. Okay, so that's all you can do.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna get close to them. All right. So Lynn, it's up to. I mean, it seems like this is becoming a gunfight. And isn't your ammunition low?
Yeah, I got one burst left on the M60.
Okay, so you're running out of ammo, and I think so is Stokes. Stokes is running into ammo too.
Oh yeah, I've only got 15 rounds left.
So yeah, that's like so you got to make every shot count. Like you maybe got one more burst and that's it. You're out of ammo in that gun anyway.
I'm gonna shoot at this guy.
So hitting the guys in front. So you're hitting them with a laser carbine. That's different. So you pull out another weapon and you fire a laser carbine.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see. 3 and that. So he takes 16. They're pretty resilient. I mean, they're resilient to pretty much everything. So he takes a lid. That's how'd you get a 0? Oh, that's a crit. Wait, what?
Well, that's fine.
Oh, it's a crit fail. Wait, what? Why'd that turn green?
It's, I don't know.
Oh, you forgot to put in the other thing.
Yeah, this is a really basic one. I didn't.
Yeah, you
figure
didn't
out
do
how
it too
supposed to do them.
advanced. All right, so you got a 100, which basically means you lose the rest of your AP. The shot doesn't even hit; it misses.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Kenny? I mean, does he charge at super mutants, or do super mutants just kind of?
He'll charge in.
Okay, so he's got 7 AP. He can only go like 7. Okay, so Kenny's gonna charge in. And so the other super mutants, they have guns, so they're gonna use said guns. So they see Kenny charging right at them, and they all unleash rifle fire. Wait, what is his armor class? Let's get his armor class first.
His AC is 25.
Okay, so I don't think any of them are gonna hit. So So one gets lucky with 6 damage. So I mean, they open up with a barrage of fire and they move like one step closer to him while they're doing it. So most of them ricochet off his armor, but one of them catches him for 6 damage. Now, what is his AC, or what is his threshold? And this is normal damage, so.
Okay, his threshold is 0,
Okay.
apparently.
What's the resistance?
Resistance is 45, so let's put that.
Okay, so he takes 3 damage, which is minuscule. So they unleash some rifle fire, but he's still just charging right at them. Now, problem is, remember, there's more than one group. So these ones are going to move up 6. They're charging, like, they're storming right through. So, and now the issue is there's definitely more enemies here than you thought there would be, because this looks like a very large pack of super mutants. And behind them, you can see kind of through the flames, there's one who's dressed in a little bit more elaborate armor than the rest. And secondly, he's got a big gun. Like, and Kenny's like in his sights. And so from his back angle, he simply sights down the weapon and fires. Oops, I forgot one thing. I forgot the minus 25. There, now it's... So he got lucky, he only got hit with 2 bullets. 22 and 25. Let's see, 22, 25, that's 47. His threshold was 0, right? What was, and his resistance was 45?
Threshold is 0.
What was his shit? 45?
45.
Okay, so he takes 25 damage. So the difference is this is an M60, so this is a big gun compared to their puny rifles. So those bullets hurt. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
Stokes, I mean, there's a bigger threat. There's some sort of mutant leader in the back with a big gun.
Well, since that's the leader, I'm gonna focus more on him this time. It's
Okay, so I think this one's I have to open him up. Okay, that's so he's gonna take. So he only takes 14 damage. I mean, you shoot him right dead in the chest, and the shell impacts him. Wait, I forgot. So I forgot the minus 20. So,
the minus 20s, yes.
so he takes 21 damage. So he takes the shot dead in the chest, but he's still standing. And obviously, when you try and kill a super mutant, they just get more angry. Okay,
Well,
so...
we've already killed... Well, they're already in a frenzy, so...
yeah, so Harley, I mean, there's a lot of guns now approaching you. And even though they're low caliber, it's like the sheer weight of fire is going to be painful. So what do you do, Harley? Also not if Stair's even there.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just thinking.
I think we need to make like a thinking macro. I'm thinking. And please hold.